Ever notice how tomorrow feels like a magic word? Say it once, your shoulders drop. Say it twice, your coffee somehow tastes sweeter. Say it for a month straight, you blink, and suddenly an entire season's vanished. All that's left are screenshots, half-watched playlists, snack wrappers, and this weird, quiet panic whispering. Wasn't I supposed to do something big? Here's the trick with tomorrow. It wears a friendly face, it sounds responsible, it feels like planning. I'll do it tomorrow doesn't feel like quitting. It feels like adulting. But peel it back, and it's really just today's fear in a costume. A way to delay discomfort without admitting it. You're not saying no, you're saying not yet. And so nothing happens. And that's the cost. Nothing happens. Not the workout, not the chapter, not the application, not the career move, not the phone call. Instead, tomorrow gently erodes the self-trust you need to grow. One grain at a time, until suddenly you look in the mirror and wonder, why can't I follow through anymore? And your brain, ever loyal, shrugs and says, because we don't. If that's too real, stay with me. Because in the next few minutes, I'm going to give you the exact sentence that finally shattered my own tomorrow spell. Just 2 words. I used them one night on a random Wednesday and woke up the next morning with momentum, not motivation. Momentum, the kind that doesn't need hype or playlists or TED Talks, just gravity pulling you forward. But first, let's talk about what's really going on when we procrastinate. It's not laziness. You're not broken. What you're dealing with is a biological response. Procrastination is your brain's panic button. It doesn't think, this task is hard. It thinks this emotion is dangerous. Starting the project might trigger uncertainty, inadequacy, failure. Your brain doesn't want any of that. So it reroutes you to comfort, to familiarity, scroll, snack, binge, repeat. This isn't a character flaw, it's ancient wiring. Back in the wild, uncertainty often meant danger. So we evolved a system that slams the brakes when the path ahead looks foggy. And in today's world, that fog looks like an unstructured task. A blank page, a 40-minute workout, an awkward email. The danger's not real, but the fear still is. So we delay. And with every delay, the resistance grows. Here's a perfect example. My friend Jamie spent 2 years saying he wanted to start a YouTube channel. He had gear, he had notes, he even had topic ideas. Every Sunday night he told himself, this week's the week. But Monday came, then Tuesday, then next month. Finally I asked, what does starting actually look like for you? He paused. I guess uploading a video? I said, no. What's the first thing? Silence. See, the problem wasn't motivation, it was fog. No clear first step means no action. Period. Your brain needs to see the edge of the map before it will take a step. Imagine your brain holding a clipboard labeled, solvable right now. On it, tie your shoes, reply to a text, boil water, tasks with crisp edges. Then you hand it, launch a brand or lose 20 pounds or write a novel, and your brain squints, can't find the border, and stamps unsolvable in red. That stamp shows up as dread, so you kick it to later, which makes it feel bigger and heavier and further away. Here's how you break the loop. You trick the system. Instead of write a book, write one hideous sentence. Instead of start a business, buy the domain name. Instead of get fit, do one slow, breathy push-up. Ugly progress is still progress. And here's why it works. The dopamine your brain releases for effort, that's earned dopamine. Unlike the junk dopamine you get from TikTok or ice cream, earned dopamine trains your brain to repeat that behavior. It rewards the action loop. Now, this part is critical. You can't just make it small, you have to make it automatic. That's where triggers come in. Every habit you already have, good or bad, is anchored to a trigger. Couch plus 10 p.m. plus soft lighting, boom. Netflix, bed plus alarm plus phone in hand. 20 minutes of doom scrolling. It's not willpower, it's architecture. So if you want good habits to stick, you need to design the same kind of loop. Trigger plus time plus place equals routine. Like this: 7 a.m. plus desk plus coffee, 10-minute brainstorm, noon plus bench plus untied shoes, brisk walk, 9:30 p.m. plus lamp plus phone on charger, 5 pages of a book. Repeat that loop and eventually the habit feels inevitable. This is how my friend Chris learned guitar. He never had time, but he leaned his cheap guitar against the bathroom cabinet. Every night after brushing his teeth, he strummed a few chords. 2 minutes turned into 10. 6 months later, he was jamming real songs. Same trigger, same place. Tiny window, giant result. Still, even with smart loops, some days feel heavy, like everything's uphill. That's when you need the panic button I promised. Start ugly. 2 words. Say them out loud. They free you from perfection, from shame, from needing to get it right on the first try. 1 broken push-up, 1 trash paragraph, 1 block of code that flat out doesn't compile. Once it exists outside your head, the spell breaks. The IKEA effect kicks in. You overvalue your own flawed creation, and suddenly you want to improve it. You don't need hype, you've already begun. Need backup? Here are 5 momentum hacks. 1 5-second launch. The instant you think I should count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move, physically. Action cuts, excuses off mid-sentence. 2 2-minute rule. If it takes less than 120 seconds, just do it. It builds a bias toward action. 3. Visible scoreboard. Streak apps, wall calendars, jars with marbles. Seeing a chain makes you not want to break it. 4. Micro-commit publicly. Text a friend. Ping me at 8 p.m. I owe you 150 words. Now your intentions have witnesses? 5. Done list. Before bed, write what you finished today, even if it's small. Harvard research shows tracking progress boosts next day performance by 25%. Here's your blueprint. Pick 1 dream stuck in someday parking. Break it down until it feels silly small. Bolt it to a trigger. Same time, same place. Start ugly, count down, move. And when you do, drop your micro win in the comments. 5 wheezy push-ups, 1 off-key guitar riff, a business name scribbled on a napkin, because real beginnings look like messes. And those stories, they light fires in strangers. If this felt like a conversation you didn't know you needed, subscribe. No fluff, no hustle shaming, just proof that imperfect progress beats invisible intention every single time. We're swapping some days for dones, 1 ugly start at a time.